Join us as we ride the scenic Highway 23 from Brashears to Eureka Springs in Arkansas. We are going over White River. White River runs along the border of Ozark National Forest in this section. The town of St. Paul. Many of the small towns in this area do not have gas stations, food, or places to stay. We did, however, see places to camp by noticing the sign as we drive by that we didn't see Googling it before the trip. We are north of Ozark National Forest that still have a lot of trees as we ride through the hills. There are many unpaved roads and driveways in this area, so that's another thing to pay attention to when planning a trip in the Ozarks. We didn't see any rough enough that you would need a four-wheel drive, although we did see a lot of the 4x4 vehicles. This is our second long weekend trip to the Ozarks. There's so much to do here, we could make a few more trips. Our last trip here was in May. It was cold and rainy, but we did see a lot more wildlife. This is War Eagle Creek we are riding over. This creek goes beside Highway 23 on and off until Withrow Springs State Park. Paul and I have the older Cardio Scala Rider Bluetooth for our helmets, for us to communicate while we ride. Once you get past pairing these, they work great. The range is a few miles, and if you don't have a lot of engine noise, you can hear each other really well. If you're on the freeway or have a lot of surrounding noise, it's really hard to hear. This does work as a Bluetooth with your phone, so it's great. You can do hands-free calling or answering, although I find I have to yell really loud to answer my phone, and I have gotten a few strange looks at stop signs doing this. We have been through some pretty heavy rain and some sleet, and these worked great. Mine did kind of slide off my helmet a bit, and that was after being in the desert for a few days in over 100 degrees, so that was just the issue with the glue. The town of Withrow. This is a picturesque, easy road to ride, with lots of farms and gentle curves. There are a lot of pretty windy roads in this area, and we spent the next few days exploring them. This is still War Eagle Creek beside us. A quick pit stop by a pretty farm to change the GoPro battery. The town of Aurora. We are crossing War Eagle Creek again. We are coming into the town of Huntsville, which is the biggest town between Brashears and Eureka Springs. Highway 23 is not a straight road through town, so make sure you pay attention to the road signs. South of Huntsville, we did not see a lot of places to get gas or food, but from here to Eureka Springs, you'll have more options. There are signs, but watch for this turn as it can be easily missed. We are going under US Highway 412. This is the north end of War Eagle Creek and where we stop following it. We are passing Withrow Springs State Park. This has a Class 1 stream and campgrounds. We are in the town of Forum and staying on Highway 23. Usually these roads have a lot more bikes on them, but with the time of year we only saw a few. The weather forecast was calling for snow the day after we left the area. This gas station is not in a town, but it's easy to see from the highway. I'm turning on my heated jacket that I wore for most of this trip under my leather jacket. This is in early November. The coldest it got was in the 20s at night, and it stayed around the 40s or the 50s during the day. I have two plug-ins on my bike. One I use for my heated jacket, and the other one I use for my phone, which is my map. These came with my bike, along with heated grips. I added a Corbin heated seat, which I love. I love the comfort of it and the heat. For most of this trip, I wore my Triumph winter pants, which are basically like a ski pant with armor. On some of the colder days, I wore long johns, which just helped keep me that bit warmer. Paul was wearing long johns, his thick riding jeans, and his rain gear to keep warm. We are passing Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge. It is a rescue for exotic big cats. They have tours as well as camping and glamping. I love all the old barns we saw in this area. This is Two Wheel Grill, a biker-friendly barbecue and ice house, which sometimes has live music. We are in the town of Eureka Springs, and we are going to the historic Main Street. I'm honking at Paul as our Skull Rider headsets have run out of batteries, and I want to make sure he sees the sign to Main Street. I was recharging my phone on my bike, so I was the one with the map we were following. Paul's phone had run out of battery. If you're riding 4 hours or less in a day, you will not need to recharge your Skull Riders during the day. However, we found that if we're riding a 6 hour or so day, which is about this day, we should have recharged it. We usually do if we stop for lunch. This day we didn't really stop for lunch. We kind of ate on the road as we went. We have found plugs at gas stations or restaurants before. Now we have bought a couple of pocket chargers. So wherever we are and we stop, we can charge our phones or our skull riders or whatever we need to charge on the road. Totally by luck, we found the Pied Piper Pub and Inn and the Cat House Lounge. We had been camping on this trip, but it was going to get below freezing. We lucked out and they had an open room above the pub. It started raining not long after we got here, and it was light just long enough for us to check out the town. We enjoyed the fireplace and the live music in the pub in the evening.
Cold.
Yes, yes. Yes, right now it's 46 out.